What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Gonna continue working on this track that I started yesterday. Um, it's a work in progress, obviously. It's going pretty good so far. We'll I got the basic gist of the song down where I want to go with it, but we'll get back into it and then see where we can do. I do want to change a few things right off the start that I heard when I was listening or watching the VOD back yesterday. And while it's not imperative, I think that it kind of makes sense when I start to do it. You'll see why. All right, so first things first, I have this opening section right here. Let me it's muted. All right, here we go. Got this right here. So I think I'm going to change this. So instead of having this full vocal happen, I think I'm going to chop it a little bit. So I think it's going to be like right here. Yeah, so right here, I'm going to chop this, Control E. We're going to get rid of this. And I think I'm going to duplicate it and then maybe go into this next section like that. So we'll do something like this. Something like this. Maybe I'll spread it out a little bit, and then also what I'm going to do is hear how she says this time. I'm going to actually take this and stretch it a little bit and see if I can't get it to just sustain that note just a little bit. Yeah, something like that. And then I'm going to duplicate this, bring it over here. Probably a little low. But yeah, that's kind of the gist. That's kind of like the vibe right there. And then it'll get to the main verse. All right, so I hear something there. Got an idea here. All right, so where she says pain. I'm going to duplicate that. Here. Nope, we'll go here. Yep, okay, that's it. I just kind of want to have it echo out just a little bit. Actually, we're going to duplicate this track and then I'm going to bring this up like this in a new track, and then that way I can EQ it and do all the things I need to do with it to make it sound how I want it to sound. All right, so let's listen to this. So I want it to echo out a little bit, and then I think what I'll do here is I'm going to fade this in just a little bit so that P sound isn't hitting so hard. All right. And then let's duplicate this out, and then I'm going to do a volume automation. Let's grab this utility that I put a utility on every track. It's better to automate the volume on the utility than it is on the main track. So if you want to change things, you're not stuck. All right, let's see how this sounds. All right, so I'm going to take this EQ. We're going to EQ out some more of those lows and have it more of like just the high frequencies in there. I could go in here and then do the EQ8, which I really like, the vocal telephone. So I can try this, see what this does. Turn this off. That way it kind of matches the rest of the song. I have some items here that have that same effect on it. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so I think what I want to do here is we're going to lock the automation, so I don't have to redo all that automation. Because if we go in here and we look at utility, I have this automation going down on this volume. But if I turn this off, and then let's say I want to have this echo out even further, and I duplicate it, as you can see, the volume automation changes. Or if I was to go back here like this, and you'll see what it does. See how it just keeps it the same as the first one? I don't want that. So what I'll do is I lock this, and now when I duplicate this, it doesn't change that automation, which is great. So now I can roll this out here like this. And then in this section here, I do not like this vocal. I'm going to take it out. Yeah, it's not doing it. It's not doing it for me. So we're going to get rid of that. What I am going to do, I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to drag this in. And this is that first vocal that I had in there. But this is the full vocal. And I'm going to do this. So I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take all this, I'm going to duplicate it, and then we need to figure out something to do to change the energy here. So first of all, we're going to do a drum, like a little drum fill right here. We're going to go maybe something like that. Let's see how that sounds. I mean, I guess I could do that. Or I can do this. See how this sounds. Something simple, but I could also go. Not the best snare, but it'll work for now. Change that volume, change this volume, and then see how that sounds. I'm going to change this. right, so now I'm gonna duplicate the vocal, and then I'm gonna make some harmonies here. So let's go in here.
I've got demons in my mind.
All right, so we're gonna take this, I'm gonna drop it down, gonna bring it up 3 semitones,
My
and it should give me a harmony.
mind.
And then I'll do that similar thing here.
My mind. Running all the time.
So I can do right here, and then I can even go up to 5 semitones and see what that does.
Running all the time. It gets
So I think what I'll do is here on this, since it sounds really abrupt. So let's try this. Just solo it. I'm going to stretch it just a little bit. And then I'm going to fade it in like so. I'm going to bring it back just a little bit. Now it sounds like. And then this one, let's see what I'm going to do with this one. So we'll solo this one. All right, I could do the same thing here. I'm going to stretch it just a little bit, have it start before, and then we will solo this and this.
My mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night.
All right, same thing here. We're going to bring this down, and then maybe I'll go down 2 semitones.
Sleep at night.
That's not it. Hold on.
Night. I just sleep at night.
All right, so that's one more. Or it could be 5. Could be 4. So I don't know if I want to go down, or maybe I'll just stick to the going up in the semitones.
Night. I try to run and hide away. Summer night.
All right, so that's kind of what I want it to be, but you see what I'm trying to go for. I'm trying to create a little bit of interest in the vocals.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night. I try to run and hide away. Somewhere safe, help me out. I need a place.
All right, so there's that section. It's not done, but we'll continue working. All right, so I definitely need some synths or something in here. Let's see. Got to work on some kind of synth. What do we have here? This is just like these. That's a basic thing. That's just to give a little bit of tension. So I could turn this up a little bit. All right, let's see. What do we do here? Bring this up. All right, so I think in this section, maybe I'll insert a MIDI track, and then maybe I'll do, let's see here on here. Maybe I'll do another synth line here. Let's get rid of this. Don't need that. then I'll do throw serum on here, and then let's write in. We'll just use the initial preset. It's gonna sound poopy, but we're gonna go and then try to draw in some an interesting, maybe a synth line that can go underneath these vocals. All right, so I'm gonna duplicate or solo that. I mean, loop that. I'm sorry. Too low. All right, so let's see what we got here.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night. I try to run. I've got demons in my.
Turn this up just a little bit.
I've got demons in my mind.
A little bit more. I can't barely hear it. All right, let's see what we got.
I've got demons.
I could start it there.
I've got demons in my mind. I've got demons in my mind, running.
All right, let's get some unison on here just to give it a different sound, so it's not just the initial preset.
I've got demons in my mind.
So we're gonna do this here.
I've got demons in my mind.
And then maybe I'll do a syncopated pattern right here.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. I've got demons in my mind, running.
All right, we'll do it like this. Maybe I'll go up an octave.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
Get another oscillator in there.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
All right, let's see if I can make something interesting here. So we're gonna take this envelope, put it here. We're gonna pull this back. We're gonna bring the sustain up a little bit.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at.
All right, let's put an EQ on here. We'll bring some of these down.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night.
I don't like that at all, but we'll work on it. Do I have let's see if I have a lead. It sounds cool. Let's solo this. Let's see if I can find something. Maybe shorten that. Duplicate that. All right, see what we got here for this preset. See what this sounds like.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets
All right, so you can barely hear it, but we'll work on that.
I've got demons in my mind,
EQ, let's
running all the time.
get rid of this frequency.
Hard to
See what we got here. Let's turn on these headphones here. You'll hear what I'm talking about. So that right there. So I think it's that one. Yep. So we're gonna pull that down, cue it, pull it down a little bit. So it's kind of weak right now, but we'll get there.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets
All right, I'm gonna do a slightly different.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
Change this.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
All right. Change this around. Basically duplicate that. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another oscillator here. I'm going to see what this does. All right, I'm going to take this down an octave. We're going to bring the volume down.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night. I try to run it.
All right, so we'll leave it like that. We'll bring this to the front. Kind of want to see what this sounds like.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
All right, so now I think that needs to change. So let's listen to it one more time.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
All right, maybe I'll do it like this.
I've got demons
A little more emotion. Let's see how this works.
running all the time.
So I can do it that way, and then we'll bring this in here, and then I'll duplicate it here. And maybe I'll automate this. Maybe I'll automate this frequency. I'm sorry, the cutoff knob. We'll come in here, and then maybe I'll have this. Maybe I'll have this start, or not start, but kind of build up slowly. Pull it down a little bit.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
So I'm torn. Do I normally, after the intro, I normally go into this, like if I have a synth lead or a line, I usually go into with the filter wide open, and so almost something like this.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
And then it kind of starts to ramp up.
Cause I've got demons in my brain, they
So it kind of something like that. So I could move this. Let's try this. Control I, 8 bars. Okay, get rid of this. We'll take this. Actually, we'll take this. And then we'll take that. And then we'll just slide it over. And now we have this section in. And then we should. So then I can go like this. All right, let's see what this does. It'll be a little bit of a long intro for one of my songs, but so maybe something like that. And then we'll go into this next section. Actually, you know what? I think I may take these hi-hats and then change this pattern like this. Kind of give it a gallop. Let's see. There. Yeah. All right, so what we'll do is we'll duplicate this and then we'll give it like a gallop. Yeah, we'll give it a gallop and then let that ride into the main verse. So I like those harmonies that I made, that they work pretty good. Actually, I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring this filter down again. So I'll bring it down to about right here and then I'll probably ramp it up. Or I can also do like where I kind of like ramp it up, bring it down. And then at the end, bring it way up. Kind of overpowering right now, but we'll fix that. All right, let's take this, and then we're gonna take this whole thing. We're going to drop it down just a little bit. This filter cutoff. All right, so basic right there. So let's start it over and see what we got. Bring that volume down just a little bit. And then I'm going to add some some channel reverb. So I like the reverb. Gives it a little bit of space. All right, so I like that filtered out opening. But I think what I'm going to do is during like these vocals right here, I'm going to take these chords and I'm going to bring the filter cutoff down just a little bit, so if you can hear in this section, they're kind of a little bit wide open, so they're a little bright. But here I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Let's bring it down a little bit more. That way it sounds a little bit, it tames those peaks a little bit. So yeah, we'll go with this. Yeah, so you can see it kind of brightens up a little bit as it goes. So let's listen to these in the context of the verse.
'Cause I got demons in my brain, they're driving me insane. Does anybody know how to get rid of all the pain?
And then I'm thinking also in the verse, I can do these bass notes that don't jump up and down.
'Cause I got demons in my brain,
Yeah, I'll do that.
they're driving me insane. Does anybody know
And that way they're
how
not
to get rid
bouncing all over the place.
of pain? I want out of this cage and let go of these chains. Get out of the dark, start breathing again.
I'm going to fix this sound. This one right here.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night. I try to run it. I've got demons.
All right, so let's throw a MIDI track in here, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change. So I'm gonna make a track here. We're gonna call this intro. Actually, I can do this. That's the intro, and then so that's one long intro. I normally don't do 24 bars of intro, but we're going to roll with it. And then, you know what? We'll call this the verse intro. Well, if I could spell, that'd be great. And then we'll call this R. We'll call this the verse. And then this here will be the chorus. All right, so now we have sections laid out. I'm going to change these to, what color do I want? So the intro, we're going to make these green. And then the verse, we're going to go this blue, the verse intro, I should say. And then for this one, we're going to go red. And then for chorus, go purple. And then I'll kind of do that. All right, so let's listen to it one more time and see what we got.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. I've got demons in.
All right, so first thing I hear is I need to duplicate this track, and I need to build I'm I'm going to take her vocals and do a reverse reverb here. So I'm going to take this body here, just like that part right there. I'm going to duplicate this, and then Control E, get rid of these. I don't need that. I don't need that. Don't need that or that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm going to go to the channel here. I'm going to take off this Valhalla, take off this reverb. EQ8 is fine. And then I'm going to put a reverb directly onto the track. It's a cool little trick I learned a while ago. Put a reverb directly on the track. We'll give it 100% wet, decay of about 12 seconds. 11.2 is fine. And then I'm going to freeze this track and then flatten it. And what that does is it bakes the reverb in there. And then I just get rid of that first portion, hit reverse on this, and then you just kind of like bring it over. Now you have this big reverb tail, but I'm going to feed it, not feed it, but blend it so that it kind of sits well with the vocals. So if I solo it, you'll hear what it does. So I took that vocal, so it just did that. It made like a swell. So now if I do that in the context of the song, you'll hear it. Very subtle, but it kind of makes a difference. And then what I can do is I'm going to take these, I'm going to filter out some of the lows. All right. So yeah, it's subtle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another reverb to this channel that I just made, and then a little bit of dry wet, add a little bit of decay so it kind of tapers off a little bit. Bring this all the way back here like this, and then kind of it'll do the same thing, except it'll be at the beginning of the song. I can fade it in a little bit, and then in the context of the song, it's like this. So it's real easy, but it adds a lot of atmosphere. And then another thing I like to do is I can add, like, make my own ad libs. So if I duplicate this again, I'll get rid of these. I don't need them. And then I'll get rid of those. I don't need them. I'm going to drag stuff down. You'll see what I'm doing. So then where she says, in my mind. So I think it's about right here. All right, yeah, so it's about right there. So I can take that, and then I'm going to go ahead and chop out a section here. And then what I'm going to do is, so how far did that go? About right there. All right, so watch. I go. So I'm going to make my own little ad lib here. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to fade that in so you don't get that S sound. And then I'm going to change her, I'm going to chop this, and I'm going to change the note that she sings. So I'm going to Control E, chop that out, and then I'm going to go right into this, and I'm going to bring it up 3 semitones, and then it should. All right, so now when she sings this, so you'll hear it. I could do it that way, or I could probably just do a straight up like I did here. So let's see how I did it here.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night.
So I mean, I can do that, or I can see what else I can do here. Oh, you know what I can do? I can take this. Where am I at here? Take this and chop it out, and then just bring it to here, like that. And then that way gives it a little interest.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
So yeah, something like that maybe. It'll give the beginning a little bit more atmosphere.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
Yeah, and then it'll get to this section, and then this second section has just a little bit more interest than the first.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
And then we'll go to the verse intro, whatever you want to call this. I'll mess with these synths. I'm not super sold on them, but we'll see.
'Cause I got demons in my brain, they're driving me insane. Does anybody know how to get rid of all the pain? I want out of this cage and let go of these chains. Get out of the dark, start breathing again. On my own, breathing again. I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night. I try to run it.
All right, so let's what do I want to do next? So we're at approximately minute 47 into the song, so I'll probably do a bridge here. So let's go. Yeah, I could do a bridge. So let's change this section to the bridge. Let's rename it bridge. And then I'll change this color to hot pink. And then we'll do a different bass pattern here. I like to do halftime. So on this one, we'll go. So we'll bring these over here. And then we'll do like this. Maybe I will leave that a little jump up there. So in this section, I'm going to halftime it, and I'll show you what I'm doing there. All right, so in this section, we'll go take this. We have that. All right, yep. And then we'll go like this. But I'm going to bring this filter down quite a bit on these chords. All right, yep. And then we're going to take this kick. And then we're going to take the snare, bring that over. We'll get rid of all those. And then where do I want to put these? Right here. Nope, right there. right, I'm going to do a reverb wash on that too. Put these on all the downbeats. All right, yep. So we're going to do something like that. But what I'm going to do is, actually, let's duplicate this. We're going to get rid of everything here back. Don't need that. We're going to get rid of that. Then we're going to do a reverb wash. And then we'll go after the saturator. Then we're going to take the lows out of the reverb, dry wet up a little bit. Okay. All right, so I'm going to change this drum beat just a little bit. And I'm also going to filter out these drums just a little bit. We're going to turn this thing back on. We have that, and then we're going to actually turn this back on here. Actually, on this one on. Oh, it's a duplicate. Okay. We're going to, let's see. We're going to change that. Great. It's freezing up on me. There we go. Okay. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to bring in another EQ8. And we're going to put it here. And then I'm going to filter out, let's turn this, and then we're going to filter out this high end, and just give us that low thump. And then this one we're going to turn on here. We're going to turn it off from here up, but it's going to turn on here. All right. So let's get a different drum pattern in here. Kind of whatever hits me. Maybe something like this. All right, so let's take these. I'm just going to duplicate it, and then it kind of gives you an idea. And then I can also take these hi-hats, and we're going to bring them in the second half of this bridge section. But I'm going to change them. Do maybe that. Get rid of those. And then we're going to duplicate it. That way it's so now in that section I'm going to go back up into here, and then we're going to maybe we'll do another chorus after that. Well, no, you know what? No, I'm not. We're going to do something different here. Think maybe we do a synth solo. What do you feel about a synth solo? I could do that. Let's see. We'll do this, and then we can go 16 bars. Well, actually, it's going to be 18 bars. 1 bar lead in, and then all right. So we got 16. Then we'll do 18 bars. So this will be the lead in. This will be the lead out. and then this will be the body. So actually, bring this back one. Lead in, lead out. Yep. Okay. So now we're going to insert a MIDI track, and this time we're going to do this. Now we have our solo track, and then we're going to bring in this all the way down, bring it out here, and then we're going to take these chords, take this bass, and then we're going to ramp up the energy. Slide these over. This is my reverse cymbal. Love this thing. We're going to slide this over here, and then another one here. So now when we come out of this bridge, section, it'll go to halftime. So it'll come in like this. And I could do something with the vocals here, but we'll see. All right, so that's kind of the idea right there. So what I'll do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to duplicate these items. Oops. I'm going to slide those over, and then we're going to take this, bring it down here. We're going to take this, slide it over, and that gives us our 16 bars of solo. And then I'm going to take this, slide it over. That gives me my crash riser leading into the next set of 8 bars. So one of the rules that I do is every 8 bars something has to change, and this is kind of a little transition into that section. Now we're gonna figure out how we do this. All right, so now I'm going to have to do a run up to the next C. We'll go like this. Or I could do 16th notes. Let's try that. Let's see. Bring this in, and then we'll go. So something like that. Change this note like that. And then that'll be the run in to the 16th note, and we'll have it run in, and then now I can write like an actual we'll chop this out. All right, here we go. We're going to chop that out, make that its own. All right, so now we can go in here and do a searing solo, something like that. Go 16th. Actually, I'll go up. We'll move this over. Yeah, okay. That's something like that. Kind of feeling it. I like doing alternating notes like that. And then I'll go do 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 do. And I have that sustained, and then I can add some vibrato to that. Oh, you know what I can do? Go down. So I'm gonna go, instead of going here, start at that G, and then I'll go up to this G. So it's kind of like an octave jump. Yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do another one like here. And then I'll do another run here. Yeah, okay. Get these notes right. All right, so I'm feeling that. So let's go run this out, see what other notes we can hit. I'm going to change this one here. Yeah, okay. Change that. Change that, and I think I'm going to change this note here. Yeah, okay, we'll do this. All right, something like this. And then I can also do some sound design real quick. I do hear a different pattern right there. I'll do it like this. Maybe something like that. I like the sustain notes. I can give it some vibrato when I go into the sound design phase. Tone Lone, what's up, man? How you doing? All right, I'm going to sound design this real quick because it's kind of ear piercing. I'm going to do this, add some unison, some detune, and then this is going to be a basic saw wave. I could do a super saw too, and then kind of filter it and shape it from there. All right, so yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. I'm gonna sustain up, and then we're gonna put this on this filters A and B, and then we'll see what we can shape here. All right, so what I found is, let's see, I think I'm gonna go with a square wave. Square waves always add some good tone. Needs more sustain. No, I'll work on that. I don't want to spend too much time in one section. So let's go back to the beginning and see what we got.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. Cause I got demons in my brain, they're driving me insane. Does anybody know how to get rid of all the pain? I want out of this cage, unlock all of these chains. Get out of the dark, start breathing again. On my own, breathing again. I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night. I try to run it. I've got demons in my
All right, EQ that a little bit. The vocals a little bit boxy.
all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night. I try to run and hide away.
I'm gonna do something here. So we'll go here. Actually, it's there right now. I'm gonna change this note here as well. And we're gonna change this. 3 semitones up, I believe. We'll go with that. All right, so then we're gonna crossfade this a little bit and get it to smoothly transition if we can. Here and here.
Hide away.
All right, so now it's got like a little bit of a smoother transition.
Somewhere safe, help me out. I need a place to.
All right, so we're gonna make a little bit of a harmony run here.
Place to go, place to.
Gonna bring this down.
To go.
All right, let's go here like this. Bring this down. And then let's see what kind of harmony we can
A
make.
place. A place to.
Let's change this one to go down, maybe.
To.
Actually, it's 3.
To go. To go. Oh. Go. Go. Go.
Actually, we'll go 5 semitones on this one.
Go.
I'm going to stretch this one.
A place to go.
All right, so now we get a little bit more interest in the vocals there.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night. I try to run and hide away. Somewhere safe, help me out. I need a place to go.
All right, so something like that. Since this vocal pack didn't have any harmonies like that, just make my own. So on its own, you'll hear what I'm trying to do.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night. I try to run and hide away. Somewhere safe, help me out. I need a place to go.
So yeah, I don't have any harmonies, so I just made my own. I like doing stuff like that. But let's see. Then we go into the breakdown, or the bridge, if you want to call it. I didn't do any transitions yet, but I'm getting there. I'm going to add some distortion to this. We'll go into the serum, go into the effects. We're going to add maybe a little bit of reverb. We'll do a hall reverb. And then we're going to put distortion, a little bit of drive, bring the mix down until I'll feed it in till it sounds a little right. Actually, I'm going to go on to diode 1. That gives a little bit of grit. But I do need to change. I'm going to change the sustain, make it more sustained. right, so something like that. I'm going to take some of this drive out. Although I don't like that note there, I'm going to change that. See what we can. Something like that, maybe. I got to find a better lead sound than that. Not happy with that. I can design my own, but let us see what kind of. What do we have here? What about electric guitar? I never tried the guitar one. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I don't like that one. Go try number 2. Change all these octaves. I don't know. I'll work on that. Not too happy with that, but we'll get there. Let's see. All right, let's go back into the section before, and then I'll either keep this solo or I'll move it out. I'm not sure just yet. But I do want to add a drum fill. I do want to add drum fill here. Yeah, I don't know. Not super happy with it. But it is what it is. See this section here. Start over again. I'm going to see what sticks out to me.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
Take some of these out. A little bit of a beat cut, but not a full beat cut.
Cause I got demons in my brain.
Maybe I'll do a full on. this.
'Cause I got demons in my brain. They drive
Yeah, maybe
me
something like that.
insane. Does anybody know how to get rid of all the pain? I want out of this cage and let go of these chains. Get out of the dark, start breathing again. On my own, breathing again. I've got demons in my mind, running all the time. It gets so hard to sleep at night. I try to run and hide away somewhere safe. Help me out of
I'll bring that over and duplicate that.
place to go.
Probably add some vocals in this section. All right, yeah. I don't know about this. We'll figure that out tomorrow. Getting close to the end here. But I think I do want to add some vocals here in this section the next time. I mean, I could actually drag these in, I guess. Maybe we'll do something like this. Drag these over. Maybe like this.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
Yeah, I could do something like that. A little bit of interest. Bring it back one bar too. Maybe something like this.
I've got demons in my mind, running all the time.
Do something simple. Yeah, I could do something like that. I don't know. I'll figure that one out on the next stream. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You know, you can, I stream on Twitch and YouTube. So wherever you're watching, appreciate it. I go live every day, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might start going later on Fridays since I don't have to work the next day, so I can actually stay up a little bit later. I may go a little bit later on Fridays maybe a 5 or a 6 p.m. start. I'm not sure just yet. 1 p.m. works out pretty good for me. No plans to stream on the weekend just yet. There could be surprise ones here and there, but I might do something different here. So the last 3 weeks, I've created a song, started on Monday and finished the song by Friday, doing 90-minute streams. But I might do, I don't know, I might do maybe open one of my projects and do a deep dive on it and see how it's made, and I can create content for YouTube or to put on the Twitch channel. I'm not sure just yet. We'll figure that out as I go. But for right now, I'm just going to keep creating songs and then see if I can keep finishing them in these 90-minute sessions. So with that being said, I appreciate you hanging out, and follow me on Twitch or on YouTube, and make sure you do all the things, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I really appreciate it. Thanks.